Okay, I'm recording. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Spit that beat. Oh.
That's that outward bass, homie.
Yeah.
I'm the godfather of outward bass.
The N-word bass?
I don't do N-word bass, man. I'm already the N-word. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's 30 seconds. You got to wait for that monetizing.
See, that shake their panties, G. You know what I'm saying?
You know the beatbox community.
Their dresses are like, whoa.
No, that's not. The beatbox community is mainly dudes.
Oh, shit.
I think we're getting a bunch of ladies with these handsome men doing these
Bro,
crazy
imagine if Wing got a sponsorship from Wingspot. I would say Wingspot would blow. Straight up. Because he's fire.
Yeah, that's
what if he had like, you know how they had the I want my baby back, baby. And it's just like Wing, Wing stop. Like, it'd be insane. He'd pop, bro. He'd get paid.
He's I think he's doing commercials.
Good.
And stuff from Beatpella have commercials for this water or whatever it is. He's put on like the Big Bang is like one of the biggest, probably like the biggest all-time group in K-pop, or at least like pioneers for many others, like BTS. Big Bang paved the way for many like BTS, and one of the members is G-Dragon, which is like one of the biggest artists in Korea, South Korea. And G-Dragon invited Wing on his tour on like a show to open up with beatbox with this song.
Fire. So this is what you're putting me on? Because I ain't seen Wing in a minute.
Yeah, I introduced him to Wing like 1.5 years ago when I was in America, and now he's in Belgium. This is Black Pegasus for the people who don't know. He's a American. He's a rapper, battle rapper. He literally 2 days ago was in America, did a concert with Yellow Wolf and 3-6 Mafia. Had a few hours of sleep, flew here a whole day, jet lagged. We did a 5-hour live stream, bro. Yeah. He's still jet lagged. We out here doing these videos and stuff. And I wanted to put him on to Wing Dopamine because I've been putting you on a beatbox.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, I rock with beatbox.
King Inertia was like the first thing, one of the first things you saw.
Dude, this is a part of the culture. I feel like beatbox is the fifth element.
Yes.
They always say 4 elements of hip hop, but I personally believe beatboxing is the fifth element of hip hop. Yeah. And then beatbox is spread so far. When I first heard my first like dubstep beatbox, I was like, what the just happened? Because I'm from the old school, like who was the homie with Slick Rick? Dougie Fresh. That's how I really got put on in the Fat Boys.
Did he do the
Yes.
Did he do that? Yeah.
Yes. So Dougie Fresh and the Fat Boys is how I really got put on to like beatbox.
Yeah, I know.
Then the homie from Rozelle, absolutely.
Kenny,
but Police Academy.
Mohammed.
Police Academy.
Michael Winslow.
Yes, Michael Winslow. I never remember his name.
Michael Winslow.
Fire, bro.
He had the electric guitar effect, which is
when I was a little kid, I idolized the dude from Michael Winslow. I was like, what is happening? So yeah, respect. Yeah. Beatbox is fire.
This is Wing. It's a member of Beatpella. Go show love to the original. Putting BP on to Wing. I think I showed you Killing Me Softly, the let go of crying, that where he's singing and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, he leveled up.
Is this how many views does this have?
26 mil.
God,
I'm telling you, this is
dang.
But there's a reason for it, man. Like, I'm gonna just play this.
Sheesh.
And it makes me and everybody else think of one particular movie, and I want to see if you can get it. What everybody thinks of. So let's go.
This is so ignorant.
The brain's motivation neurotransmitter, dopamine. 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 Dopamine now. Can you feel it now? Check it.
Hold on, man. What the?
Dopamine.
How is he?
Now you go.
Go what? The fuck are you talking about?
Go ahead, man.
Anyway, there's no way I could guess what song you're talking about. This just
Not song, movie. Vibe, movie.
I mean, bro, it just sounds like I'm racing in a motherfucker, like in Fast and Furious, man, just driving on a coastline of a
John Wick
cliff. Holy
This is so John Wick coded, dog.
That is, and
This
you
is a
look like John Wick, man.
Who? Me?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, you the true value John Wick, man. Damn.
What do we mean true value, man?
You know what I'm saying? You the clearance rack.
Yeah, you clearance
John
Dwayne
Wick,
Johnson,
man.
dog. Come on, dog.
Anyways, yo, we gotta have a conversation, Wing. Hold on, dog. Man, first off, man, Wing, come into the principal's office, man. Man, I'm sorry, but we gotta suspend you from school, dog. You tripping, you whooping ass right now. Yo, this MFer went from "Hey girl," like singing to this shit. This nigga making freaking techno soundtracks.
This is it's
That's insane, bro. Like, I felt like I was in a movie, like just driving fast. I was like, And yo, the thing that's incredible, because on my channel, I've been going down this classic rock, classic country rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. But every now and then you have these people who put together these absolute masterpiece songs with a horn section. That intro with the horn, I would love to get, like, you know, one of the big, like, some people who are like making music and just have them sit down and hear him, because they'd be like, we've trained so long to do this, and he's just sitting here like, I'm like, oh my freaking Lord. You know, that's ignorant.
He leveled up like crazy, and this is a masterpiece, because I think it's a nice balance between incredible sound engineering. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Hiss for Hypertime Beat Fella. The sound engineering is nuts.
It's super
but it's
crisp.
Not too much.
Yeah.
It's not overly done to where it just sounds incredibly fake.
Yeah.
I believe that he did that one take, and then there's just a touch up for sound engineering. Because people think, oh, he just beatbox, that's it. No, it's a combination of skill, because he's extremely clean. The sounds he uses are extremely difficult. That vibrate, that the way he pitches his lip rolls. He's doing crazy breathing techniques, but multiple kicks back to back. But it's the combination of, like, okay, the right equalizing at certain parts, more reverb at the ending or the intro, that type of stuff. It's just not overdone, and he's incredibly skilled. So I think this is a perfect balance.
I want to see him live. I want to just, like, so the other day, because
I can run that right now.
I don't perform like I used to, but the other day when I was opening up for Yellow Wolf and 3-6, I had to do sound check. And when I was doing sound check, I was like, man, if I could really beatbox, that would be so hard. People would be like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. Like, if you just grabbed the mic and just did dude, even the stuff you're doing now, I'm like, man, I should just start practicing and really try to learn. But I have ADHD and I'm on some other shit. So
you could do it too, bro.
Yeah, man, I just need to be around some people and we're like working on it consistently. But right now I've dedicated my life to jiu-jitsu, so I probably should focus on that. But you know,
I think the ones that are like at the top of the game, they started early.
Yeah.
I'm talking teens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This dude's insane. That's freaking insanity. Good for him too. Congrats on all the success. Like, you know, I feel like the beatboxers kind of get slept on for how amazing they are, but now there's a lot more people doing it, so I kind of understand, like, there's only going to be a select that rise to the top because they're all at this high level. Like, it's super high level now.
He's one of them that I don't think, like, if he could he win a GBB? He can, of course, but I don't think he's going to.
Why?
Because
no, I'm not saying
battle level is
what
insane,
I meant,
bro. Like, the winners
no. This is what I meant. My bad. Let me rephrase that. Why do a GBB when you're touring with the greatest and you getting money?
That's what I'm about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, this is my perspective on it, because okay, people are like, oh no, it's not about the money, it's not about the crap, bro. You need to pay bills. If you're trying to make a living off of this, you know what you make a living off? Content creation is where the money is at, not battling.
You know who says it ain't about the money? People who don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying this, man. When I was young and I was battle rapping and doing all this stuff, I was the same too. I was very passionate. It's about the respect. It's about the accolade. It's about everything but the money. But now that I'm older, in hindsight, it's a little bit about both. It's about balancing them. Getting your respect, being a really artistic person, but getting compensated for it so that you can provide for your family. So,
and I'm saying this, I'm just saying this is the state it's in. Most beatboxers can't make a living off of battling, even if they're the best in the world. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's just like these competitions on TV. You use it as a platform to blow up and get some money.
But I think it should be possible. It's just not right now. You know what I mean? It should be, but it's just not.
Yeah.
There's way more money in this. What's happening here? This is also reach. There's way more people that have seen this than that have watched the.
That's crazy. 26 million views is crazy, bro. I think the most I've ever gotten rapping, I got 6 million or 7 million views doing my Team Backpack Cypher.
Which is still insane.
It's wild.
But also, that's featuring all these other artists.
Yes.
He's alone.
This is what I'm saying.
Like, salute, like, props, respect.
Flowers, bro, respect.
Deserve. He has a drum and bass remix from this song. You down to listen to it right now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
So this is the EDM remix.
Calm down. He does these. His pitching is insane. Because I forgot to say this, but in the previous one, when he does that vibration bass, that he pitches. He uses the exact same pitch with the percussion sound of. He pitched both with the same pitch, but one is a diaphragm throat bass thing, and the other one is a air bass. But he used the same pitch. Like, he's that good that where he's pitching things perfectly. Yeah. This is crazy, bro.
He's snapping because also, like, changing to this tempo is just insane to me. Like, just like I'm like,
this is, remember in the car you talked about you had this homie who rapped jungle?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is more this style.
Yes.
That fast.
Yes.
That type of flow pattern that you'd use on something like this. But he does this. I don't know. He does this type of tip thing, and he pitches that perfectly too. It's crazy, dog.
He's tripping. He's a psycho, bro. He's literally just every day in his room like, that's nuts, man. That is insane. Because I understand what it takes to get to that level. It takes a crazy obsession. Not just passion, not just drive, not just motivation, but obsession. Like, he's obsessed. He's like, oh, I can do it. There's probably these sounds that like you don't get to see in the backdrop where he's like, fuck, like he's like, hold on, how do I do this? And he's just learning new sounds. He's taking risks until he can do it.
I'm curious to know how many damn takes it took him. Cause you see, he recorded it.
Yeah. And then when what we're seeing back is, you know, they probably took that recording and just, you know, added some type of master to it, because there's no mixing. You don't mix something like that down because it doesn't have stems. Yeah. So you master that, and it just sounds clean.
Well, what I do think they do, and I've seen this from, I believe, Maddox showed it during a tutorial how he would mix. I think like a codfish. Was it a wild card? I think that's what it was. I think it was Maddox. He showed it how he did it. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot from that video. He would take the wild card that's already in existence. So let's say that's the raw file. He cuts it and puts certain things on different audio tracks to add maybe a little more reverb here. Because he does that engineering stuff. Maddox is actually cracked with it too, and he makes music videos for like Footbox G, who is the Belgian. Yeah. Well, the Belgian champion and the world champion. Nice. I think 2023. I'm not sure. But he is the world champion. Like, that dude is, well, the latest, because it's every like few years. Yeah. So he is world champion now. Yeah. And he'll explain it like, oh, he'll cut certain parts here, like the he'll take that, put it and increase. He'll play around with the multi-band compressor and put more bass on that to make it more juicy. But then want to do add more reverb to that, like that type of stuff. So you can just cut it up, splice it. Because I think Taras does that too. Because he'll have like echoes and shit. And you can't put an echo on one audio track and just have it at one part. You need to cut it, separate it. So I do think there's some intricacies there to make certain sounds sound. I know exactly which, because when I'm in the studio, Blitz will really take certain things. An ad-lib will have a different sound than a backing vocal, and a different ad-lib will have a different sound than the... And sometimes when I lease a beat, instead of buying all the separated files, we'll just get that wave, and he'll mute something or like turn something up to give, just so I can do a crazy ad lib, whatever I want. So I understand what you're saying with placements and stuff. He has a studio, he has engineers. When I was there, I learned from his engineers, like, oh, this is how y'all mix and master. It made my mixing and mastering, my sound engineering better. So we get it, what's going on here. We get, because some people don't understand, like, oh, there's equalizing, there's compression, there's reverb being done here, and it's at different parts. Now, can I tell what parts has what? No, maybe after listening, but I have to see the file, right? But people that think this is just raw audio, get that out of your head. And people say, oh, that's fake. Nah, bro, it's just, this is what engineering is. Do you think when a rapper like 50 Cent or Eminem puts out a song, you think those vocals aren't processed? You think there's no equalizer, compression, de-essing, whatever, limiter? You think that's not happening on those vocals? No, that ain't raw either. That's sound engineering. That's what they do. Even podcast audio. Yep. Joe Rogan, his shit has equalizer on it. You know what I mean? Like this here, equalization, it's just to clean it up, to make it a little bit more better sounding. But then again, it is still all in the skill. Because if you get a crap beatboxer that can't beatbox, you can't make him sound good. It needs to be both. Yeah. But mainly the skill though, you know what I mean? But he can do this live too. And then again, if he does it live, guess what? On the microphone, there's an equalizer. There's all this stuff on it. Yeah. Rappers that do stuff for singers, they have reverb on their microphone. Yep. Right? So, yeah. But that's going deep into it. Because some people, they really don't get it. And I can't blame them. But they're out here in the comments saying stuff like, oh, he does this just raw. This is no effects whatsoever. You were completely wrong. Yeah. Of course there's effects. Yeah, you polish it up for YouTube a little bit. Yes. But go see him live and it's going to fucking blow your mind. Yeah. And even without a mic, he'll sound insane. But that doesn't mean there's no effects on this. That's completely wrong. Of course there's effects on it. Now there's other beatboxers that do this or try to do this where I think, but I'm not sure, that's why I don't mention it in the reactions, when they do a kick, they copy paste the kick at certain points. So the kick sounds perfect every single time, and I'm like, I'm not sure about that.
So after you said that,
Wing doesn't do that. I don't think Wing does that, but I think it happens with some other ones.
I think what would be freaking fresh for someone to just show, like, demonstrate what you're saying. Like, yo, this is my music video. This is me in the room with some of my homies, and just, you know, he could be mic'd up with some speakers or whatever so you could hear it better. And his homies are sitting like, yo, that's ill. And he's just doing it. And so you feel like some of the reactions we've done to live audio, which this is the thing. Hold on. When you watch the GBB battles, you know what they're capable of in a raw setting, because there ain't all this other stuff. Like what you're talking about is not there. So when you see these performances from these guys or these battles, that gives you an idea of what's happening.
But even then, the mics still have EQ. Like, it's still on the mic. You know what I mean?
You're talking about like just being at a campfire outside of.
Yeah, I'm talking about no mics.
Yeah. People are ridiculous.
iPhone audio stuff.
But still, I think actually that makes me want to hear it like that, just because I know it's still going to be fire.
He does do, like, I don't know if it's on Instagram or shorts on YouTube, but he'll do that.
Yeah. Probably on TikTok.
And it sounds fresh as hell.
This is what I'm saying.
It ain't gonna be the same as this, of course, because this is, bro. It's got.
It's polished. It's.
You know, you got a sound engineer for a reason. There's a reason why there's a credited sound engineer. Who is it? Audio by Hiss of Hypertime. There's a reason why it says audio by Hiss, because he worked on it, did the sound engineering.
Sure.
Of course, there's a sound engineer on every song that releases.
Yep.
That is, of course, of certain quality. There's people who release stuff with raw audio, and like they just don't know what they're doing. But every established artist, even artists that are just trying to make it or whatever, like small artists, they all have some type of audio engineering done. Yeah. Right? It's a part of it. This is music. With music, you have a sound engineer. Point blank. Period. This is beatbox, but I think it excels that, and it's music.
Yeah,
this is absolutely. A song. This is what he does, structure, and it's a song you can listen to in the car, and it's crazy that it's one dude on a mic.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the horn stood out to me in the original, because I was like, this is incredible. This is incredible. This fool could get on a jazz track.
His did that. They have a joint together with like that type of.
That's what I'm saying. You can hear it because the sounds, man. You could just hear it. So, anyway.
Let us know which ones you want BB to check out. And then we'll get to it.
Yay!